Hey party people, I am Captain Zeus and welcome back to BP Fun. In today's video, there is some Star Wars news that is a little bit controversial, I'm not gonna lie. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more Star Wars content just like this, and click the bell to be notified whenever we post another nerdy video. Now the reason why I say this is gonna be controversial is because of who the source is and what it is about. I'm sure some of you have already heard it by now, as this is very recent news, like as in within the last 2 to 3 days recent. In an interview with New York Times and something that Variety also reported on, I'll have the full article in the link below, Kathleen Kennedy says that she is aware that women in the space franchise are often attacked online more than men because of the fan base being so male dominated. Now, honestly, statements like that, it's honestly just bullcrap. I'm not gonna lie, you can't even say that the Star Wars franchise is male dominated. I would say it's probably about equal at this point. Maybe at one point it was male dominated, you know, back in the 2000s, or even when Star Wars was first up and about. Honestly, it's just annoying to see Kathleen Kennedy make this statement at all, because most of the time, from what I've seen, actual Star Wars fans don't really care about the gender of characters, nor do they really care about who is starring that role. What they care about is the story. And I mean, I've said this in tons of videos, not only for this, but for Marvel and DC. Most of us, and I say most for a reason, only care about high quality story. We only care about good storytelling. We don't want agenda pushing. Now, there are people, of course, in the Star Wars community that are extremely toxic. They will attack anyone that they just don't like, whether it's the actress because of the character or because of the actor and how he portrayed the character. Like, doesn't matter. There is just toxic people in the Star Wars community, 100%, no doubt about it. And it's not just Star Wars, Marvel, DC, there is a ton of toxic people out there. But that's not the majority. That's not the major voice of that fandom. If we're being honest, the major voice of the fandoms are extremely positive. The only reason why they're negative is because of the content that's being put out. A lot of worries when it comes to Star Wars as of recent is with Kathleen Kennedy's decisions when it comes to certain characters. You can't say that people don't want strong female leads or strong female characters when you have tons of characters like Ahsoka, Leia, Bo-Katan, the Armorer, Harrison Dula, Asajj Ventress. The list goes on. There's plenty of women in the Star Wars universe that are strong, that are independent, and are beloved by men and women alike across the fandom. And it's almost a universal agreement that they're just like, yes, that character is the What's frustrating is when you're trying to make characters forcibly that way. Like you're trying to make people like this character instead of letting the audience grow to like this character. Kind of what happened with Rey here. And honestly, it's so annoying that this is coming from Kathleen Kennedy, the source of most of the major issues within the Star Wars franchise as of recent. Look what she's done with the Indiana Jones franchise, the last Indiana Jones movie. Look what she did with the sequel trilogy. And to be honest, Dave Filoni is doing his best to clean up the mess with what he's doing with the New Republic era and all of the other content coming out. Statements like this is what divides fandoms even more. This isn't something that unifies people. This isn't something that people come around to and say, hey, you know what, let's try to change something. This is something that's deliberately targeting one gender, one out of the two, and saying, hey, you're the problem. Could have just been wording, right? Maybe it was just the wording of how she said it, but what she said is more negative than it is positive. I actually don't feel like there is any positive on that, actually. But nevertheless, I mean, this is just more Kathleen Kennedy freaking agenda garbage that's just coming out. And there's been just a lot of controversy as of late surrounding her and this topic. If we're being honest, we see this same topic being pushed around by the person that's directing the Rey movie that's coming out, where she deliberately wants to upset men and make them uncomfortable. I have a video where we go into that a little bit more deeper, but this is just getting out of hand. This is what pushes people away. And personally, I'm just irritated. I'm not even like pissed. I'm just irritated that she said this at all. Granted, yes, like I said, there are toxic people, there are terrible people in not just Star Wars, but in a variety of communities that do target one specific gender over the other, or one race over the other, or are just toxic towards anything that they don't like. It's honestly inevitable. It's in every community, but they're not the majority by any means. Because if they are, honestly, that fandom is probably dead, and so is that franchise. Honestly, just let Dave Filoni be in charge. Someone kick Kathleen Kennedy out. But that's going to be it for me here. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this. I'm Captain Zeus, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.